Ladies, gentlemen, and thank you for coming today. Today is a milestone for Unblemished Beauty, our Durban branch. And this was our move for better, greater things. For you to come in and get equipped with the skill to empower you to go out there and start something of your own, start sustainable businesses and grow within the beauty industry. I just want to introduce you to my Durban team. On my right, we have the gorgeous Pero. She's our makeup facilitator. So she's been in the industry for many years. She specializes in makeup artistry and equipped herself enough to impart a skill with you. And then we have our school principal and beauty facilitator and aesthetic facilitator. She has extensive knowledge and training. She's also traveled abroad, where she also studied. She also worked on a cruise liner, and she's the girl when it comes to beauty, skin, massage, and equipped enough to also pass her knowledge on with you that want to get into the beauty industry. And then we have Taylor on my left. She is our nail facilitator. She is in the industry for 7 years. She is equipped with nail technology skills, advanced nail arts. She also has, well, each of them also have their own businesses as well, and they all have something going for themselves. And yeah, and then we have Lauren. She is our receptionist slash hair stylist, wig installation facilitator. She also has her own hair studio. So each of our girls are equipped with the knowledge that you are actually looking for. So when you think of beauty, you think unblemished. Unblemished is definitely the place to be.
Yes!
And we welcome each of you when you have a event that you need to attend. We do our bridal makeup, bridal upstyles, matric farewells, nails, skin. We are also approaching the winter season. I know a lot of you are also battling with your skin right now. So Larissa is definitely your go-to. We want to start businesses, but not just for ourselves, but also to empower. So we're here today because we want to empower the masses. We want to give people opportunities to go out there and create sustainable businesses for themselves. We're living currently in a time where the economy is not doing too great. Jobs are actually so scarce. So we're equipping people to create those opportunities for themselves. I don't like telling anybody because it gives away my age.
Don't kiss the age.
It gives away my age. So yeah, I've been in the industry for 2 decades, and it has been tough. We do have our moments where we also feel like giving up, but it's that point where you need to pick yourself up and always remember why you're in it, and remember the end goal, the bigger picture. Yes, we strive towards perfection, but we also have those hurdles that we also do overcome. Brows to eyeshadow, a foundation actually makes women feel empowered. And that is what we do through beauty. We empower women to feel amazing, to go out there and conquer the world. So beauty is not just about makeup. It's very diverse. I am well knowledged when it comes to beauty. So just to touch on what I actually do, I am a dermatologist by profession. I am a facilitator, assessor, moderator. I specialize in CRC tattoo removal. I'm a laser technician. I am now just qualified as an international permanent makeup specialist and master trainer. So I've been in the beauty industry and I've evolved with it.
Hello, sanibonani dumelang igama uzandi isibongo umfeka umalwandle lo lwandle kalwela lwezibhekane zona sihambela le kude phezulu. Do join.
Right, so this is to us and the Unblemished Beauty Durban.
Woo! to a pop-up of many more beauty schools in the country.
Right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Non-alcoholic.
Woo!
Non-alcoholic.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that it's all vibes, it's all positive spirits. Sunburn. Ninjan. Good morning. Is it still morning? Is it still morning? Good morning. Goeie. You're Afrikaans, right?
No.
What do you say? Goeie.
Good morning.
When you say it in Afrikaans.
Goeiemorgen.
Goeiemorgen.
Yes.
Goedemiddag. Dumelang. Bonjour. As you can see, guys, we are coming to you live from the Unblemished Beauty Studios today. We are all in good spirits. We are popping champagne. It's the birth of new things. It's the growth of the business. It's all things good. And I am sitting with the most gorgeous. I always see you in your pictures and I'm like, this person is beautiful. V is just so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And now I'm seeing you live.
Right, even better.
Yeah, even better, even better. Ne? They can attest. So guys, we are coming to you with a live audience. So if you hear background noise somewhere, somehow, that's because we are all excited. If you want to clap, if you want to say something, just burst out. It's fine. It's fine. We are having a good time after all. V, how are you doing?
I'm great.
Tell me, how is your heart this morning when you see all this beauty?
Right, I am overjoyed. I'm filled with gratitude, actually, for how far God has brought us as a business, as a brand, and everything that you see here today is purely by grace and favor of God. We go into spaces or we equip ourselves enough to want to start businesses, but not just for ourselves, but also to empower. So we're here today because we want to empower the masses. We want to give people opportunities to go out there and create sustainable businesses for themselves. We're living currently in a time where the economy is not doing too great. Jobs are actually so scarce. So we're equipping people to create those opportunities for themselves. Yes.
I love that. Equipping people to go out there and sustain their lives.
100%.
V, you have been in the business for over 20 years. Can you share with us the ups and downs, the tears, the joys, the losses, everything? We want to know. How did you get to where you are today?
Right, so it has been a journey. I've been in the beauty industry, like you just mentioned, for 2 decades. I don't like telling anybody because it gives away my age.
Don't kiss the age.
It gives away my age. So yeah, I've been in the industry for 2 decades and it has been tough. We do have our moments where we also feel like giving up. But it's that point where you need to pick yourself up and always remember why you're in it and remember the end goal, the bigger picture. Yes, we strive towards perfection, but we also have those hurdles that we also do overcome. So I also firmly believe that over the last 20 years, I've evolved. Also as a person, as an artist, I've also equipped myself every year with a new skill to educate not just myself, but to also empty my cup. So right now my cup is full. And when it's full, it's time to actually let it go, you know? So this is why Unblemished Beauty actually branched out into KZN, because we wanted to not just expand, but we also wanted to grow the knowledge amongst different communities, different women, different men that are coming into the beauty space.
Growth is very important.
100%.
You can't be stagnant and standing at one point. As you mentioned growth, when you were growing up, have you always wanted to be in the beauty industry? How was growing up?
Well, my upbringing was quite diverse, a bit challenging. My dad is a pastor, my mom an evangelist. I have 6 sisters, so you must know. And my one sister especially was a diva. There she's sitting there.
Who is the sister?
Michelle. She loves makeup and all of that. So
Then I guess she was a big sis then.
yes.
Hi,
So-
Michelle. Oh, she looks beautiful. Hi, how are you?
And my other sister sitting next to her. She's my elder sister.
Okay.
So I grew up in a house full of sisters. So I also watched them play around with makeup, getting themselves ready for a night out or to go out on a date. And I really gravitated more to, I would say, how they actually felt when they looked good. And that is what actually I wanted to impart onto other women. Because I felt that when a woman looks amazing, yes, she feels amazing. So for me, it sounds a bit cliche because I always say you've got to feel it before you actually look it. And some people look it before they actually feel it. Right?
Yeah, right.
So growing up, it was quite challenging. But yeah, I gravitated more to beauty because that was my passion. For me, I believe beauty is a calling.
Okay.
We go into a space like this, not just to empower people, but also to give people that sense of confidence.
Yeah.
A lot of women are also going through so much with low self-esteem. So putting on from brows to eyeshadow, a foundation, actually makes women feel empowered. And that is what we do through beauty. We empower women to feel amazing, to go out there and conquer the world. So beauty is not just about makeup. It's very diverse. I am well knowledged when it comes to beauty. So just to touch on what I actually do, I am a dermatologist by profession. I am a facilitator, assessor, moderator. I specialize in CRC tattoo removal. I'm a laser technician. I am now just qualified as an international permanent makeup specialist and master trainer. So I've been in the beauty industry and I've evolved with it. So I'm always keeping myself ahead of the time. So as I evolve, the beauty industry is changing every day. So as it changes, so do I. So I can be equipped enough to equip my students that I'm imparting the knowledge onto. Yeah.
You started the Unblemished Beauty just a couple of years ago after you have been in the industry for a very long time.
Yes.
What was the drive for you to impact the knowledge to other people as well?
Right. So my career took off because I was a makeup artist and I worked on different international and national brands. I also toured Africa with Black Coffee. I worked for SABC. I was also a freelancer. I did a lot. And then I also worked for other beauty academies. And it was then that I actually realized that this was something that I could do. But most importantly, I wanted to start something where women could come in, get quality training at an affordable price. It is quite tough to actually pay school fees, especially in the beauty industry. So I wanted to actually reach the masses. I wanted to go into underprivileged communities and pass over a skill. So Unblemished Beauty was birthed in 2019, and I trained nail technology from my 2-bedroom apartment.
Really?
Yes, I did.
Beautiful beginnings.
Yes, I turned my 1-bedroom into a training center.
Okay.
And I trained nails for a whole year in 2019. And for some reason, women were still coming, even though it was at my home, you know. And then in 2020, I then branched out and I rented an outbuilding to start Unblemished Beauty. And I started off with nail technology and makeup artistry. And within my first week of opening, I was already fully booked.
Wow.
Yes, and it had just taken off. And while we were getting ready for our bigger move, we actually went into COVID. COVID hit.
Oh, COVID.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it was during the lockdown when we had already also had invested into the business, where we also, because COVID to some extent also taught us a lot.
Yes.
It also taught us to be still. It also taught us to be patient. It also taught us to be very savvy with our money and how we spend. But during the lockdown, the beauty industry was evolving. And I went online, and even though I was already equipped with the skill, I just wanted to brush up on what was actually happening at that point. And during that time, I actually redirected my business. So from a beauty academy, I went into becoming an aesthetic clinic. And when the ban for the lockdown was lifted, when we opened our doors at our new premises, Unblemished Beauty had exploded. We were literally fully booked to date. And that is also because a lot of women were getting retrenched. So I had
Everybody
lawyers,
needed something to do. Yeah.
Architects, accountants, flight attendants. Everybody was getting into the beauty industry. And that is also because people also need to understand the impact the beauty industry actually has on the economy. Beauty is something that you can never take away from anyone because women and men always want to look and feel good. So
it's where your confidence is
100%.
When you know that I look beautiful like I look today with the beauty therapist that did my face from Unblemished Beauty. I feel confident, like I can take over the world.
And that is what it actually does. And that is what it's supposed to actually do. And with that, a lot of people also took notice of the beauty industry because it was sustainable. It also sustained us during the lockdown because yes, women weren't leaving their homes, but we were going into estates to do lashes and nails, permanent makeup. So that just it showed us that beauty is something that you will never go away. Women can always be empowered with the skill to always make money off the beauty industry.
Beautiful. Now, how many branches do we have thus far?
Well, so far we have 2. We're definitely looking into opening more. I actually am planning now. I'm booked to actually travel to Swaziland the end of May. So I'm booked out at a resort where I'll be going to go and train their therapists to do permanent makeup. So who knows? That's going to open so many other doors. We do also want to branch out into Botswana because I'm sure you do know we also have students traveling from far and wide to actually come to Unblemished Beauty.
Yes, you do.
Some of my students are actually sitting here today, especially Nozipo. She traveled past our Durban branch to come and get the experience in Johannesburg. And she actually also stayed at our students' accommodation. So our students come from all over the country to get the Unblemished Beauty magic. And that is also because we set ourselves apart from the rest. I always say this to everyone, especially my students. In order for you to be irreplaceable, you've got to be different. And one thing I always say, because that is my affirmation for the day, you're engineered by God for success. And the moment you apply that to your life and also understand where you're going, especially in the beauty industry, where you want to place yourself in the beauty industry is extremely important. So understanding who you are, where you want to be and how far you want to go, because anything is possible.
That's beautiful. V, there is always that one particular thing that you'll always remember of how far you come from. What was that one thing that challenged you to a level you almost gave up, that you remember even still today?
Right. So there have been quite a few challenges, like I also mentioned earlier on, especially because where I'm coming from. I also come from a little town here in Durban called Wentworth. I actually am from Woodville Road. People know it as Woodstock. So I also come from humble beginnings. I also come from a home where our parents also sheltered us. We weren't allowed to do anything. We weren't allowed to even have friends. That's how strict they were. And for some reason, I also felt, especially with me, especially because I was different, also trying to fit in. I also battled with my own issues. I also went into off the rails a bit and dabbled into different things like drugs, etc. So for me, that would be one of the challenges, I'd say.
Having worked with so many high-profile people, what has been the most exciting artist to work with, or rather high-profile person?
So
I know you've also worked with my idol, Oskido. I love that man.
Right. So like you mentioned, I've worked with lots of celebrities, international and national. I'd say my highlights would definitely be Monique Begam.
Oh.
Yes. Whenever she's in the country, I'm a go-to makeup artist. So I've worked extensively with her. I've also traveled a bit with her. So I'd say she'd definitely be my go-to.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. In the house, we've got former students, we've got current students, we've got aspiring students. Is there anyone who wants to take a piece of Vee with him today? If you want to ask something, if you want to comment, do you have a microphone that you can use? Just come this side and then they will mic you so that we can hear what you are asking and then we can continue with the conversation. And I'll definitely love to hear from a sister. Big sis are always special. They are like deputy parents somehow.
They are, especially the eldest one. She used to guard us.
Yeah, ne? Anyone who's coming? Start with the
Lakia.
sister. Apart from you impacting knowledge to people who want to start their businesses, who want to do beauty, to be able to do their own faces, you also give back to the community.
Yes,
Please
I do.
tell us about that.
So I'm also involved in an MPO, one of the directors for MTY Productions, and we are more into beauty pageantry. So we go into underprivileged communities, or not solely underprivileged communities, but we go into communities where there isn't really much scope for young girls to actually see possibility beyond what they face on a daily.
Yeah.
So we actually started off last year where we went into Wentworth, where we actually were formerly from, and we hosted the
Charity begins at home.
Right. And we hosted the Miss Wentworth Beauty Pageant. And we also just wanted to empower the youth with beauty skills, beauty knowledge, also for them to also dig deeper within themselves, to understand themselves, the femininity that they have been given the opportunity to embrace.
Yeah.
And I believe that is what we did. We also have our princesses here with us today, Karis and Lakia. And they were also a part of the pageant. And they've also grown enormously. Within their own careers and within beauty. A part of one of their prizes was also beauty training here at the academy.
Nice prize.
Right?
Yeah, that's a jackpot right there. That's why they look this beautiful.
Right.
They learn from the best.
So that is what we wanted to do. We wanted to go back into the community and really just give back to the youth, especially the young girls, so they can actually see beyond what they're facing every day, because there's so much more out there for anyone to actually embrace and grow with.
I just want to say congratulations, because you have done amazingly well.
Oh, thank
The
you.
beauty that I see in front of me from those premises in on the other side of Bria to here, it really shows that this is going far.
100%.
Do you have a comment from the sister?
Well, Mario, from a young age, he's been a go-getter. And whatever he puts his mind to, he's always successful. So, Mario, for your Durban branch, we wish you all the best. And we know that it's going to be a great success. Even though you are going to experience little challenges here and there, but if you put God first, you will always succeed.
Wise words from the sister. If you put God first, nothing can stand on your way, right?
100%.
Thank you so much, Sissy. Do you have another comment? There's another comment at the back.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
It's not a comment, it's actually a question for Mario. As someone who's been in business for a while, what advice would you give to someone who's just started out in business and they feel that things are not going well and they're on the verge of giving up? Thanks.
Right. Firstly, start where you are. Start where you are. You don't have to go out and start renting space, etc. When I've also came out of dermatology training, my sisters would know, I actually started from home. And that is where it all began. I would say start where you are. Never give up, because there are going to be those days where you feel like giving up, especially those days where you aren't seeing any clients. But now, because of social media, and because social media has given us a platform to explore, you need to also now learn how to become a content creator, because you're going to utilize that time to actually grow as a brand, utilize every opportunity for yourself to actually explore. I also encourage my students, especially on the days when you don't have clients, sit in front of your camera and engage with your audience. We all have a past and we all have a story to tell. And you're going to need to use that platform and tell your story, because there's always someone willing to listen, and there's always someone who have been through those experiences that would utilize your experiences as an opportunity to overcome theirs. So you're going to need to use those and use your story to reach the masses and touch women through beauty. And that's what it's all about. So I would say to you, keep going, never give up. And if ever you need somebody to talk to, you know where to find me, girl.
Thank you very much, Mario.
Thank you. Well, that is a wrap from me. And thank you so much for being a lovely audience. Vee, thank you so much. I wish you all the best as you continue to open up more schools. What is the next one?
Well, from here, the next one is definitely going to be Cape Town. Mm-hmm. Definitely Cape Town. So we're definitely looking now. But for now, I'm going to ensure that this branch reaches the position that it needs to be at. And once that is actually at that place, I will then be looking out for my next one.
I'm so impressed by the experience and what's the word? Quality profile of the facilitators that we have here.
100%.
I was like, my gosh.
That is one of my main things. I wanted to get people that were professional enough to come into my space and also be able to work with me, because I can be quite a diva. I want things done exactly the way I need it to be, because there's a certain standard and there's a certain level that I want my students to be equipped with. Yes, that is what I wanted for this branch as well. And also, one more thing I just wanted to add on, like I say to everybody, like you also mentioned, the experience, and that is what it's all about. I want people to come into the space based on the experience as well as the quality of service.
Thank you so much, Vee. And I wish you all the best. Just one last word to somebody who wants to be in your position next 10, 15 years.
Right. So what I would definitely say is procrastination is something that will always keep you back. So never procrastinate, always trust, believe in yourself, most importantly, and just never give up on equipping yourself with the skill. Plan, never give up, and remember that you're engineered by God for success, and without Him, we're destined to fail. So keep on praying.
Wise words. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I won't spoil by saying anything except to say, it's from me to you, love and peace. Thank you.
Thank you.